My lords, my ladies, and everybody else here not sitting on a cushion.
Right, bring your container and pull it over your head.
Thank you so much. Trying to adjust to the time change. Caught the red eye from London, and we're gonna enjoy the day. This is so exciting. It is so beautiful. It's such a beautiful area. People are so nice. They're just so welcoming. We're day one of a 7-day vacation here in Menorca.
It's good.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I think we're really gonna enjoy ourselves. The resort's gorgeous, the area is gorgeous. There's just so much to do. It's a bit overwhelming.
Hi, bud. How's it going?
And I also know how important it is in life not necessarily to be strong, but to feel strong. To measure yourself at least once. To find yourself at least once in the most ancient of human conditions. Facing the blind, deaf stone alone.
Now these villas are pre-stocked, anything and everything you need. So you can go right down to the food market, go grab some food for very inexpensive.
It's a 2-bedroom. Two beds, beautiful. And shower. Very nice. Okay, and then let's check out my bedroom. This is the one I picked anyways. This seems to be the closest to the master suite. I woke up to this morning. Very nice. I don't know. There's another 2 beds. So, I mean, that's 2, 4, 6. What is this? Oh my gosh, there's a rooftop. This is fantastic. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, it's so beautiful, dude. This is incredible. Get out of here. The wind's starting to pick up. We're gonna start heading down to the beach. We'll go get some breakfast and some coffee and get the day started. But we're here, Minorca.
Today's weather forecast. The forecast we've been given is almost identical to yesterday. So a southeasterly breeze picking up as the day goes on. And that's pretty much what we got at the moment. So that's where the wind's coming from, and hopefully we'll see that steadily increase. But as you've seen for the last couple of days, anything's an option. So there we go, keeping my options open. On the programme today, we're starting off with the dinghy groups. So we've got Sarah here, who is with our intermediate novice sailors. So if you'd like to join Sarah this morning, then please feel free to do so. Christian will be looking after our more advanced sailors, and that's focused on single-handed sailing. And then Simon just here is looking at asymmetric, so he's focusing on the spinnaker boats. As always, we've got our windsurfing team, which is Mylene and Peter, just on the end there, so if you want to do a bit of windsurfing or winging, please see them. This afternoon we'll re-meet at 2:15 on the beach, when I'm going to have continued instruction for our groups that are not racing, and then there'll be a briefing for anybody who wants to go racing this afternoon, so that's 2:15. We are going to get out GPS units for the race today, so we'll be issuing those out to the people who are racing. What they'll do, for those who haven't used them out here before, they'll track you as you go around the race course, and that information is live, so we can see where you are at the time, but we'll also be able to replay it. So this evening, up in the hotel at 6:30, Christian and Simon are going to do a debrief on this afternoon's race, using that information on a big screen. So yeah, it's good fun to watch. Even if you're not racing, you're very welcome to go along. More tuition at 4:30, so if you'd like a bit of personalised tuition, come and see myself or Peter and we'll get you booked in at 4:30. But apart from that, I think we're there. So enjoy yourselves on the water and have a good day. I think it's over 25 years now.
Wow.
Yeah. Started off as a young nipper, teaching sailing, and progressed to where I am now. Yeah, we've got some single-handed groups going on out there with Christian, our instructor, and then we've got some asymmetric sailing, and we've also got some children on the water who actually are just about to go out, and then we have some windsurfers as well, so we've got a windsurfing group. After lunch we'll lay a race course and we'll organise 3 short races this afternoon. Around about 4:30 we've got some personal tuition going on, where we pair up our skilled instructors with clients with specific requests. And so at the moment we've got a team of 12 instructors, and that'll go up slightly in the high season when we got more youngsters. So running more of a youth program, so we increase the instructor numbers. Yeah. Well, this is the first week now actually of the season. We kick off in early May, and then we'll run through to early October. So we're doing a 5-month season, and instructors, some of them will be here for the whole season. We call them full season instructors, and others pop in and out, so for around about a month or 2. Yeah, there's a variety of things, but the kit is primarily the reason. I mean, there's a huge amount of boats out here, you know, not just large numbers in terms of fleet sizes, but also in variety as well. So, you know, beginner boats, single-handers, double-handers, foiling boats. There's a huge selection of different types. You know, some with spinnakers, some with trapezes, something for everybody.
Okay.
Us 3 are all going to go on one together, so then we all have a job to do. Yeah, I think I will launch, and I'll get Ian to help the cheeky monkeys.
Encountered metal on my left. What a strange thing to find. Metal in this place of mine, running lengthwise down the hall. And I heard,
Get ready to go sailing. Bye, you two.
Woohoo!
That's okay. Thank you.
They essentially just set up the boats on the water and then rig them on the water. And I don't know if you can see this, it is extremely sharp this around. And there's just a bunch of seagrass down here. There's no rocks, nothing to scratch the hulls. They don't even take the sails off the masts. Rightly so, because the battens and everything in there, I mean, it must be a huge pain. But they come right out and pop it right in the mast hole.
We'll rig up all the lasers and we'll have a few spare on the moorings just in case.
Beautiful. A couple extras show up.
Exactly.
How do you determine full rig versus radial? Is it prior the day, or is it, hey, you know, I know he's probably going to sail based on the wind, or?
Well, yeah, a lot of it comes down to the wind. If it's very light, I know certain sailors, I get to know them personally, and I know certain sailors are more prone to going to the standard in the lighter conditions. But when it picks up, I would be very hesitant to put them in the standard, so I put them in the radials. The aero is also very similar to the laser, to where if it does pick up a certain amount, then I would be more inclined to putting people in the aero 6 or 5 instead of the 7.
Nice.
I've been right, I've been wrong, I've been doubted for far too long. I've been stuck right here, begging the clouds to clear.
Ah, dude, it's amazing. Okay.
I've been high, I've been low, I've been down where the lonely go. I've been pushed around, pulled up from the ground. I've been right, I've been wrong, I've been doubted for far too long. I've been stuck right here, begging the clouds to clear. I've been right, I've been wrong, I've been doubted for far too long. I've been stuck right here, begging the clouds to clear.
I don't think I do anything like justice.
There's a bit of a current out here. Yeah. All right, so we just got done race number 1. It's kind of the official break the ice in Menorca. It's fantastic. We have like 7 or 8 racers from various ages, 20s all the way up to the 60s and 70s. So this place is amazing. All right, let's go.
But I can't look back when I have so much ahead. People come, people go, everybody finding their place. When I get out on that road, I know adventure waits. I'm on my way.
All right, great. Let's go for a little walk on the beach. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. The wind's picking up. It's freaking beautiful out. I don't know what the temperature is. Everyone gets a little access to the pool, which is always nice. Kittens and their mom came up. Looks like someone put out a little bowl of milk for them. They climbed down inside the palm tree, it looks like. But he said if I come down here and take a right and head down to the beach.
I'm Peter, beach manager here, responsible for the daily operation, make sure it's a safe environment for people to come and have an enjoyable holiday on. I've been out here since 2000, so it's 25 years. Yeah, initially as an instructor, and then working through different roles. In a fortunate position, having been exposed to all the sports here. The fact that we've got, as you can see behind us, we've got the foiling boats as well as the conventional boats, that's a great appeal. There are boats here which are not as accessible in other locations. So that and the variety that you can chop and change between boat styles, and there's someone's going to be here to help you through it, or if it's your first go, just to give you the confidence to try. But it's an amazing environment for trying new craft and just pushing yourself a little bit more than you would do at home, because there's someone here to guide you and make sure that it's safe and secure.
We're going around about waist depth.
Okay.
I'll let you jump in, and then we get the foils down, and you can do that.
Okay.
So we're going to release that.
Yep.
Then the board will drop down. We'll go as deep as we can without touching the bottom. So we've got another one there, so we'll release that.
Okay. Once it's all the way down, does this go tight again?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, yes, but the main thing that's going to keep it down is this pin here.
The pin. Okay.
Right? So for launching, you're just going to have them halfway. Okay.
Right.
There, and then you'll secure that with your small fast pin.
With the smaller one. Okay.
Yeah. And then we go to the back, get the rudder all the way down, and then we get the big pin on this one. So again, you've got a big pin. Goes through that hole there. Once it lines up with that hole, and then again a drop nose. Yeah. As we talked about the other day, to get foiling, a bit of speed, beam reach, heel it on top of you slightly.
Yep.
And then it will just pick up out the water and off you go. As it picks up out the water, your apparent breeze comes on, so you do have to sheet in the main a bit quite quickly.
Okay.
To react to the apparent wind.
Okay.
And then when you're up on the foil, it's just a case of trimming the main, steering, to keep the boat
feeling
flat.
it.
So if you get a big gust, then go for a bear away. But otherwise, just trim the sail to keep the boat flat, basically.
Okay.
Just like you would do in any other boat. Yeah.
Sounds good.
We'll talk about tacks and jives later, shall we?
Yes, please.
when you get to, let's say you've got up and you've been falling for a bit and you want to get back down again, the best way to get back down is probably just to ease the sail and just gently
head into the wind.
Head up into winds.
Okay.
And it will come off the foil, but it will take a bit of time. It's quite surprising. The boat carries on momentum even without any power in the rig.
Okay.
And you're like, hang on, this thing should be on the floor now, and it's still falling along. It's quite a weird sensation, but it will eventually come down. But
sweet.
Yeah. Chances are, because it's your first experience, your first landing will be a bit of a crashed one.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Center of gravity.
Get a feel for it, yeah. It's amazingly stable. I'm not saying it won't capsize, but it's, I'll let the safety boats know you're coming, and they'll try and check on you to make sure you're going to set up.
Okay.
Woo! Mark, the 6th Skeeta is just launching. It's first time in a Skeeta, so if one of you gets a chance to make sure the foils are set up okay.
Yeah, no problem.
Right, we'll go halfway down on the board.
Okay.
So if you release the release cleat, what I'll do is drop it down till it touches the seabed and then just pull it up a little bit. So it's deep enough. Let's put a bit of weight over this side. You're off.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you. Yup. No. There's some other skeeters out here with me. Looks like 5 all together, but we can watch some of these guys too and see how they do.
Like a wind from Goldland he sweeps by, blown far privilege, nay, the pleasure of introducing to you a knight sired by knights.
The rack that you're sitting on should be parallel to the water. If it leans over as much as this and you start moving forwards, it doesn't matter how much further you go out, you will not be able to counteract the lift coming off the foil. At the moment when the boat's leaning away from you, all that lift from the foil is sending you into a capsize. So the boat needs to be, this needs to be parallel to the water.
Okay.
So if it goes beyond upright, it starts to lean away from you, depower, slow down,
Start
reset,
over.
Start again.
Okay. Can I ask you placement as far as front, back, middle?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, and then just play the main and try to get it up.
Yeah, what you were doing was perfect if the boat had been leaning slightly towards the wind.
Okay.
The way that you were controlling the sail, the way you were controlling your steering were all correct.
Okay.
But you'd already missed the point of no return as far as the boat balance is concerned.
Understood.
Being slightly braver,
Confidence.
knowing that it can lean over on top of you slightly. That's the ideal situation. So think parallel racks to the water as you're upright.
Okay.
So new upright.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
What I do for taking off is just let the nose of the boat drop below the beam reach. If you try and take off above the beam reach, it's going to be really windy. So let the nose of the boat drop just a little bit below the beam reach. We don't want to be on a broad reach, otherwise when it does take off, you'll be out of control.
Okay.
So we're looking nose just below a beam reach. You'll take off, and you'll bring the main in, and you'll bring the boat up to a beam reach or just a little bit above a beam reach.
Okay.
Okay? That's what we're looking at doing. So because you're going to put a steering input, you'll also have to put a sail input as well.
Okay.
So the big difference, and it's the part that Lasersailors struggle with, is pulling the main in time with the apparent wind increasing.
Okay.
But yeah, your orientation was spot on. And maybe it looked very windy where I was, but in reality it wasn't quite windy enough. Thanks to a little bit of a cheeky gust by the pink sail.
Okay. Thanks, Pete.
You're welcome. Have fun.
Thank you.
The sea's only gifts are harsh blows. I don't know much about the sea, but I do know that that's the way it is here. And I also know how important it is in life not necessarily to be strong, but to feel strong. To measure yourself at least once. To find yourself at least once in the most ancient of human conditions. Facing the blind, deaf stone alone, with nothing to help you but your hands in your own head.
Count to
Okay.
Good morning, rise and shine. Today's the day I make you mine. The sun is rising over the hay. I know it's gonna be a wonderful day. So good morning, rise and shine. Good morning, rise and shine. Your loveliness is so sublime. A wonderful creation of our generation. Perhaps I can wake you with a little persuasion. Good morning, rise and shine.